let's discuss the Illuminati facts and myths. This is not to say that components of secret organizations aren't still controlling current events in modern times. The word Illuminati comes from Latin and means the enlightened ones. Throughout history, several groups have used this name, but the most famous version is the Bavarian Illuminati, founded in Bavaria, now part of Germany, on May 1776. The group was created by a law professor named Adam Weishaupt, who believed people should live by reason and knowledge rather than superstition or blind obedience to authority. His goal was to promote freedom of thought, limit the power of the church in politics, and challenge absolute monarchy. Weishaupt organized the Illuminati as a secret society. Members used fake names. Weishaupt called himself Spartacus and followed a strict system of ranks, much like the Freemasons, a well-known secret order at the time. The Illuminati attracted educated and politically active men, especially those who were already part of Freemason lodges. Members shared a belief in equality and reason, and they communicated in secret to protect themselves from government and church opposition. However, the Bavarian government saw the Illuminati as dangerous. In 1785, the ruler of Bavaria, Charles Theodore, banned all secret societies, including the Illuminati. Members were hunted down and the group was forced to disband. After that, there is no reliable proof that the original Illuminati continued to exist as an organized group. Adam Weishaupt went into exile, where he continued to write about his ideas, but the movement itself faded away. Although the real Illuminati disbanded in the late 1700s, stories about them continued to spread rapidly. In the late 1790s, writers like John Robison and Abbé Augustin Barruel claimed that the Illuminati had secretly caused the French Revolution and were plotting to control world events. Over the centuries, these claims grew into larger conspiracy theories. By the 20th and 21st centuries, the Illuminati had become a popular subject in books, movies, and internet rumors, often described as a secret global elite controlling politics, banking, and media. There is no solid historical evidence that the Illuminati survived beyond the 18th century or that it secretly controls world affairs today. Most of the modern symbols linked to the Illuminati, like the pyramid with the all-seeing eye, were added later and are not connected to the original group. Many of these ideas were built on speculation, fear, and later entertainment. Historians agree that the Illuminati's real influence was short-lived, though their ideas about reason, freedom, and knowledge echoed through later intellectual movements. Some debate continues about whether any of their members tried to keep the group alive in other forms, but there's no proof of a direct line from the Bavarian Illuminati to today's so-called Illuminati stories. In the end, the Illuminati we hear about today is a blend of truth and myth, a real secret society from the 1700s whose story has been stretched and reshaped for over 200 years. The Illuminati myth continues to exist today because it taps into some of humanity's deepest fears and curiosities about power, secrecy, and control. People naturally wonder who makes the biggest decisions in the world, and when events seem too big or too complicated to understand, such as wars, financial crises, or political corruption, it's easier for some to believe that a hidden group must be pulling the strings. The concept of a secret organization controlling world affairs offers a straightforward explanation for complex global issues. It turns random chaos into a story with villains, order, and purpose, even if there's no proof behind it. Another reason the belief persists is due to how information spreads. Over time, writers, filmmakers, and online influencers have kept the Illuminati legend alive by blending fact with fiction. Books like The Illuminatus trilogy in the 1970s and movies like Angels and Demons or National Treasure made the idea of the Illuminati exciting and mysterious. Pop culture also helped fuel the myth when celebrities like Beyoncé, Jay-Z, and others were accused of being part of the Illuminati, simply because of symbols used in their music videos or performances. Social media has made it even easier for these theories to spread fast, mixing real history with fantasy. Hollywood's link to the Illuminati remains one of the most persistent modern myths. It survives because it combines mystery, glamour, and fear in a way that feels both exciting and believable. Whether people see it as harmless entertainment or a coded warning about real power, the Hollywood Illuminati idea continues to capture imaginations, and may always will, as long as fame and secrecy walk hand in hand. Tell us what you think in the comments section. People are also drawn to the idea of the Illuminati because it gives them a sense of control in an uncertain world. Believing that someone, somewhere has all the answers, even if they are a secret society, feels less frightening than thinking that the world is unpredictable and chaotic. Conspiracy theories can provide comfort by offering clear explanations and someone to blame. This psychological need for certainty is one of the main reasons Illuminati stories have lasted for over 2 centuries. Finally, distrust in government, religion, and media also helps keep the Illuminati myth alive. Whenever people feel that leaders are dishonest or that the truth is being hidden, conspiracy theories tend to grow stronger. The Illuminati story fits perfectly into this pattern. It offers a way to express suspicion toward the rich and powerful, while making sense of events that otherwise seem random or unfair. In the end, the Illuminati myth continues because it's not just a story about a secret society. It's a reflection of human nature. It shows our desire to find meaning in mystery, our fear of hidden power, and our fascination with the idea that someone, somewhere, might be controlling everything behind the scenes. However, at the end of the day, there is no doubt that there are forces working together for the benefit of a common goal. These forces may not be part of a secret, all-powerful Illuminati, but rather powerful networks of people, politicians, corporations, bankers, and influencers whose interests often align. History has always shown that people with wealth and influence tend to form alliances to protect and expand their power. Whether it's through lobbying governments, shaping economic policy, controlling media narratives, or steering public opinion, these individuals and organizations often work together quietly, using their resources and connections to achieve outcomes that serve their shared interests. In this sense, the real Illuminati may not wear secret symbols or hold rituals in dark rooms, but they still operate within systems of influence that most people never see. International meetings like the World Economic Forum, G7 summits, or closed-door corporate gatherings demonstrate that global decisions are often made by a small group of elites who hold extraordinary sway over finance, technology, and politics. These meetings are not necessarily sinister, but they do highlight how concentrated power can become, and how easily decisions made by a few can affect billions. At the same time, modern technology and globalization have made it easier for these networks to connect and collaborate across borders. Tech giants, investment firms, and media conglomerates can coordinate strategies that shape economies and culture around the world. This coordination doesn't require a secret society. It simply reflects how the world works when money, data, and power flow through a few major channels. The results can be both positive and negative, sometimes driving innovation and progress, but also deepening inequality and limiting transparency. So, while the myth of the Illuminati gives us a dramatic story of hidden masters controlling everything, the truth is more subtle and, in some ways, more concerning. Real influence operates in boardrooms, government offices, and digital platforms, not in underground chambers. The people and institutions guiding global change are not invisible. They are often in plain sight, protected by complexity and public distraction. The challenge for ordinary citizens is learning how to recognize these systems of influence and demand accountability without falling into the trap of paranoia or conspiracy thinking. Ultimately, acknowledging that powerful groups exist with shared goals is not the same as believing in a centuries-old secret order. The reality is that alliances, interests, and influence have always shaped human history. What matters most is transparency, understanding who benefits, who decides, and who is left out. Because while power may always gather in certain hands, the ability of people to question and expose it remains the greatest defense against any real-world version of the Illuminati. Thank you for watching.